Hello, everyone. This is the 22nd and 24th President of the United States, Washington Irving here, with a message for everyone who isn't Washington Irving. You can follow Ryan O'Connor at Wrangleshank on Instagram and Twitter. The link is in the description. Also, in the description is the link to the Bonehead cartoon. So, click it or die wondering. Furthermore, be sure to like, share, subscribe, rinse, and repeat. I thank y'all.
It's time for Ink the Book Show with your host, Ryan O'Connor. And now, let's ink the book.
No! They said he wouldn't come back. Hello, everyone. It's another day of Ink the Book Show. The show where I, Ryan O'Connor, ink my first graphic novel called Bonehead. Here we have the non-titular boneheaded guy, Denton Crux. Look at me, screaming right into the mic. This page says 159, so it's got to be something in the ballpark of that. Yesterday I did 2 pages. Today I was going to try to 2. It's a weird day, and I just woke up in the past couple hours because sometimes my life pushes me into a corner where I have to keep strange hours. But yeah, otherwise, in the margins of my life, I ink comics. Join me, won't you? Won't you? Here comes the inking. The inking. I invited all my best friends and worst enemies onto the program today. But, that's always happening. Let's see if somebody comes on. Let's see. I've got a new cup of tea brewing just outside the door to this room. This one's getting low and cold. So it's a lovely Tuesday afternoon. I was up till 5 in the morning. No, 6 in the morning. I woke up at noon. Because the demands of my life are strange and unusual. Strange and unusual. Cruel and unusual? Generally not cruel sometimes.
but we get by. It's a good life. Yesterday was my parents' 35th anniversary. They are making it work, it turns out. Let me see if I can find. I want to show you my lovely parents who were on the show the other day. Let's see. Don't want to wreck the privacy of my parents. Okay. Let's focus. Focus on my parents. There's them 35 years into this. Aww. I remember that day. No, I wasn't there. Boom. Look at the lovely couple. All right. Yeah. So I don't know what they got up to yesterday. I asked them if they had any plans when they were on here the other day, and I think they were winging it. But 35 is a long dang time. I'll be 35 this year. Later this year, I'll have been alive for a long dang time. Yeah, bring this closer to me. Maybe bring the camera closer to that. Refocus. Oh. Now I get how putting on a production works. It only took 8 months. Okay, so he's got these little oval pupils. Just do a stripe in the middle of ink. That way I get a highlight at the top, right? Just do a stripe of ink in the middle. So I get a highlight at the top, and at the bottom, I'll color that like red for his iris. I don't know if I've colored a drawing of him where I inked his eye like that. So I think I'm just deciding now that his iris would be red.
else is going on? Oh yeah, I gotta remember to focus manually. I'm waiting for my brothers to get back from Florida. It's my sister-in-law's 30th birthday today. I should be able to remember her birthday from now on, because I'm just realizing her birthday is the day after my parents' anniversary, which I always forget. So I'll always forget my parents' anniversary, but I'll always remember her birthday, because by the time I'm reminded that it's my parents' anniversary, I'll have time to go get her a present. Oh, you know what? What's her name? Betty Boo, pop singer of the 90s, who I discovered her music by finding a tape of hers at a thrift store years ago. She put out a new single this past week, and today she released the music video for it. It's called Shining Star. So if you're like me and Betty Boo, in fact, you love 90s vibes. You like vibes bugs me. You like 90s style and stuff. I'm a big 90s guy, and so is Betty Boo, for that matter. I like that she's like, yeah, kind of stuck in the 90s like me. And the two new singles that she's put out, which are the first Betty Boo music to come out in 30 years. So she put two albums out in the 90s, or like 89 and 91 or something like that. And like Boo Mania and Grr It's Betty Boo are her two albums. And then she was working for other pop stars and musicians. She was writing music for other pop stars over the next 30 years. And then she kind of got I think it was like all of a sudden 30 years had passed, and she was like, oh, I meant to do all this stuff. So she started making new music. So I think she's going to put out an album sometime soon. But yeah, she's got a new music video out. But she's like really, the cool thing about the two new singles is that it really sounds like it could fit right in on one of her other albums. It's Get Me to the Weekend and Shining Star are her new singles. Betty Boo. And I found out that, or I've heard that when the Spice Girls were being cooked up, the idea was to have 5 Betty Boos, in like a super pop band together. So the Spice Girls were allegedly inspired by Betty Boo, who I had never heard of before I found that tape. But I love her stuff. Okay, here's how you draw this cuff, and here's how you draw this bicep, shoulder, this one over here as well. And now you know how to draw this particular picture. Oh wait, let's not forget these eyebrows. Now you can draw this picture along at home, as I've broken it down so that any fool can do it. So anytime you need to draw Denton Crux doing this thing, you're fully equipped. And if you can't by now, there's no helping you. You're a lost cause. Good luck having no luck at all. I'm sorry. That last one sounded genuinely mean somehow to me. So I felt the need to apologize. Good luck having no luck at all. Let's see. I started thinking yesterday, I don't know where I got these little, like, triangles at the end of his eyebrow. I don't know if that's, like, something I've seen somewhere, but I've drawn eyebrows like that for a long time now. I mean, not always, but like I don't think I do it with Bonehead's eyebrows. But I do it a lot, I think. And I don't know where I got that from. Ow! I hit my glasses on the camera. I mean, maybe I got it from nowhere. I don't know. It's not that remarkable or unusual, I guess. It just seems specific to me. Okay. Use this thing. Still not finished with that cup of tea. By the time I finish this cup of tea, the one I was heating up is going to be cold. And that's going to ruin my whole dang day. No. I'll survive. I will survive all things. But I have the power to finish this cup of tea right now. Cold tea. I just threw the tea bag on the floor on accident instead of in the garbage can. I'm going to pour myself a new cup right here, and I'll resume drawing in a sec. Tea. It's tea time, suckers. Then I pull out like 2 guns from behind my back and blow all the bad guys away. It's like a bunch of Alan Rickmans because they're English. It's a really cool action movie line. Tea time, suckers. Oh my wicked plans have been thwarted. May he rest in peace. Let's see. Let me go back to this one. Do some manlier inking. There we go. Beef-tastic. I'll do this. Just trying to give some depth. Make it work a little better. Work smarter, not dumber. All this throat clearing. I'm sorry, Ryan, do you have something to say? Go. All those in favor? All those opposed? Yes? Oh, nothing. I just have a bad throat. My throat's always broken is all. Broken throat Ryan. That was... I was going to say that was my nickname in high school, but that sounds like something I don't want to say. What time is it anyhow? It's 3 o'clock. Let's see. I don't like having stuff rolling around on my desk. All right. Shadow under this part of the collar. Shadow under this part of the collar. There's this bone here. This is his coat, breasty part of his coat. The button. I'm bumping my glasses on the camera again. I'm not really hurting myself. I'm in the habit of going, ow, like a redneck. Shadow under everything. Shadow under everything. Everything has weight. Now you'll never forget. Some things don't have weight. Like air, right? Or am I wrong? Does air have weight? So, what are you, an idiot? I don't know. I'm not a scientist. I can barely draw a comic book. Weight is an illusion. Like math and beauty. So there's Denton Crux. What else? What else do I have to do to this drawing? Leave it alone. Hasn't it suffered enough? Quit killing it. It's already dead. I think I said that the other day, too. I think with this stupid swish, might be just random scribble. I don't know. But I might have been trying to do a swish like he's turning. Which, if that's what I was trying to do right there, it ain't even almost right. So that'd be almost right. Is that what I want? Will that make me happy? Fine. I'll be happy, but I won't like it. Oops. All right. We made it to the big time. The biggest panel on the page. Okay. Where are we at? Take a look at something. I was just trying to see what the next page looked like. See, this page here has this table in the scene, and I think it comes back. I didn't even just look. I was looking at something else. Like I think there's a table in the scene from here on out, and it wasn't previously, I don't think. So in two of the recent pages, I penciled a table in, so I'll have to ink those. Also, yeah, he keeps kind of having this thing in his hand and then not having it in his hand. So I think that's why I added a table when I was penciling it, because it kind of makes it make more sense that he's picking it up when he needs it, putting it down when he don't. Okay, here's this eyebrow. Very geometric eyebrows, huh? Geometric eye sockets, too. I think that's a Cubs song, right? Everything's Geometry. I gotta look up one of my favorite bands. Yeah, and the album Come Out, Come Out. Okay, yeah, I couldn't even think of what song it was. They're like an old 90s punk rock girl band. They've got a lot of real bubbly, cutesy songs, but they're kind of like garage punk rock too. I don't know. They're really cool. I found out about them years and years ago when I was in high school. Because my favorite band, They Might Be Giants, does a cover of their song New York City on their album Factory Showroom. I have a Factory Showroom poster on my wall right here. That's Factory Showroom, They Might Be Giants, it says. What was that? Something just fall off my camera? Maybe I'm just bending sprockets and screws or something. I don't know. My life is falling apart. Factory Showroom's not really. I've heard that they consider it one of their favorite albums of theirs. And, I mean, I like the music on it, but it's nowhere near my favorite album. Not even close. It's like. Yeah, it's almost one of their most boring albums for me. Not that it's profoundly boring or anything, but I don't know. I like I like Flood a whole lot. Everyone will always tell you they like Flood. I like it so much that I'm kind of over it and never listen to it. But my big go-to albums are, I like the album Join Us by They Might Be Giants. That's a very I don't know, I feel like there's a lot of different stuff going on that album. I like that one a lot. And one of their newer albums called I Like Fun is one of my favorites. And The Spine is really good. Oh, John Henry is really, really good. And of course, the first two albums are like almost otherworldly. They're like just kind of paranoid and fun sounding. Paranoid and fun. I think that's kind of the idea behind They Might Be Giants. Let me go back. I'm sword fighting the camera. Ungowed. Viewels ungowed. I'm still fighting with it. There we are. That'll shut it up. Surely it will. trying to think of what the Cubs song is that starts with the phrase, woke up dead the other morning. Cub woke up dead. It's getting all kinds of results that I didn't want. Lyrics. Leapfrog. Okay. Cub woke up dead. Sometimes I Google stuff and I'm like, what was I thinking? Hmm. Okay. So I'm wondering, I've been seeing like on YouTube videos now, I see that all the, like, there's a thing that says download on people's videos now. I think including my own, which is interesting to me. But I tried clicking on a video once out of curiosity, and I think it's, you have to have some YouTube service, like you have to subscribe to YouTube or something, YouTube TV, YouTube something or other. I'm wondering if I can download my own videos as the creator, if I can already download my own. I know when I first make the broadcasts, I can download them from StreamYard until I delete the broadcast, because you only have so much space. Eventually, you delete the broadcast from StreamYard. But if they're all archived on YouTube as well, I mean, you probably need the service anyway, I imagine. That's just the game they play. That's just the business they're in. In the business of making money. All them ads aren't quite paying the bills these days. No, but I feel like maybe about a year ago, the ads on YouTube were obnoxious. It's like I couldn't get 3 minutes into a video without ads. It was like notably bad for a bit. I feel like it's let up a good deal. Yeah, I remember specifically this one guy's channel. I was watching his videos for a while, and it was literally every 3 minutes of a video or less. Like it was like it wouldn't even make it to 3 minutes. So it wasn't even timed out that much as far as 3 minutes, but you'd get 3 minutes of the content and then a commercial. Then less than 3 minutes more would pass, commercial. And this was like a 2 hour long video. It's like they've got to something's got to give. That's unwatchable almost. I was wondering maybe it was that guy's the settings on that guy's channel or something. Maybe. But I don't know. I haven't checked him out in a while. Maybe he's still running ads at that capacity. Like maybe you make more money off your videos that way. I'm wondering, because I feel like it was especially bad on his when I'm thinking back on it now. But at the time, I remember there was like a serious uptick in ads all across the board. It seemed like it was about a year or so ago. Boy, I sure hope I draw the rest of this page soon. Oh, dang, I keep forgetting. So, it's telling me it's a scam call, but it's actually somebody I know. They left a message yesterday, and I meant to remember to call them back. But instead forgot to. The thing is, I'm trying to fill up so much of my days with art and other stuff that it's hard to squeeze stuff in around my priorities and my day job. It's a lot of time. I try to use as much of my day as possible. It's like I don't have a lot of time for extraneous stuff. And it's hard to explain that to people. But that's also the first time I'm aware of that I'm getting a call from somebody I know where it says scam call. I've never known that to happen before. I'll give him a call after I finish this stream. I'm going to try and do another stream today. I think I can pull that off. Should be able to. Yeah, I left another voicemail. I don't mean to be a flake. Mm. Yeah, I gotta go to the bathroom. I need to finish this page. Yeah, I hope he isn't too annoyed with me, because he's left a few voicemails at this point. Like I say, I meant to give him a call yesterday and I forgot. Anyway, no one cares. So here's art. Hand looks a little weird to me. I don't trust that tip. There we go. It's a little more workable. Suddenly see more. I was saying yesterday, she reminds me of Ellen Green from Little Shop of Horrors and from Pushing Daisies. She looks like she's belting out a song, which is when I first thought that yesterday. She was doing kind of a similar thing. That's rough. I gotta clean that eyelash up. Okay, here's her eyebrows. kind of mentioned this before, but I keep thinking about making music, putting some music together, even though I'm not a musician. Like, I keep thinking about how to do it like real, like, how would I say, like makeshift music. Like just play random chords, record random chords, random notes on a guitar, and then just like rearrange them, puzzle them out in a way that works for a track, and kind of throw in like drum beats, like piece together drum beats to that way too, and then just like looping stuff and arranging stuff, like pre-recorded sounds, or like even doing it with just vocalizing stuff that you can't play, maybe, and then just recording all the vocals and harmony stuff on top of it. I think I want to try doing a couple tracks like that. I think that would be fun. It's just sitting in my head that I want to do that, and I just haven't had time to do it yet. But I think that's coming. Under her chin. Whatever. Oh, you know what? I forgot about this big gear that's under this. I just penciled. No, I didn't just pencil that in. Never mind. I penciled in this background a lot tighter before coming on. There's a big gear. You know what? Yeah, there is. I'm gonna share something while I take a bathroom break, I think. If I can find it. Let's see. This is exciting, I'm telling you. If not there, where? Oh, I know.
Peterson. The B stands for
Hold, hold,
Beatrice.
hold, hold the phone
Except
there, Jordan. Hold the phone. Let the audience take in this. Just the fact that you're here. Okay, now start from the top.
my name is Jordan B. Peterson. The B stands for Beatrice. Except I don't like Beatrice. I just like B, and that's all. You may know me for my world-famous books on behavior and discipline. Well, I have a brand new book with 12 more rules for young people, featuring brand new rules such as don't put gum in your hair unless you want a haircut. Those who color on the walls are doomed to repeat time out. And running with scissors is assuredly a one-way trip to chaos. Now, you might ask, well, why would I need 12 more rules to live by when I don't know what to do with the last 12? And I would answer that question with another question. Have you ever considered that rules themselves require rules of their own in order to properly follow them? If you haven't asked yourself that question, you might find that your life may soon be spiraling into an inescapable hell, the likes of which you might find rather disagreeable. This new book, called Jordan B. Peterson and his 12 Rules for Riding the Stupid, Smelly Bus for Kindergartners, is coming soon to a Kindle near you, or wherever Canadian-authored books are permitted. Yours in Christ, Jordan B. Peterson.
Well, wasn't that a nice surprise visit from our good friend Jordan Peterson? I'm going to buy that book. I'm going to buy that book. So, maybe I did kind of remember. I see a circle back here. Okay. Right? Something like that. I gotta make new stuff like that.
something I've been meaning to do. I have stuff in mind. It's all time. I never have time for anything. I'm trying to figure out how to manage my time a little better. Okay. Here's... I don't know where I put this line. Okay. Couldn't see what was pencil and what was ink. Ooh. I just got another idea of something I could do for another commercial break that would make sense to do. Oh, I'm thinking of more stuff too. That wouldn't be too hard to pull off, I don't think. Actually, I think it's... Actually, I'm kind of surprised that it's the first time I'm thinking of it. In other words, stay tuned for more commercials. Not today, but forthcoming. Now, that's something you never want to hear from a show you're watching. They're about to bring you more commercials than they used to. Like the Always Sunny podcast. I like that podcast a lot. And now they've started doing ads in the middle of their podcast. As most podcasts inevitably do. It's like, oh, you guys too. Now make your money. That's fair. But like, it's always kind of like a... Not that I'm going to be, you know... You know what I really love more than sleeping?
Sleeping on a mattress that folds out of a box smaller than your pillow. Did you know that Quip will floss your teeth as you brush? I don't know. It's not like that. I'm talking about fun stuff that I can do, that I can make easy for content purposes, but also so I can have something to play while I run to the bathroom or make a cup of tea. Be sure to go to the juice with dirt at the bottom of the bottle aisle and get yourself some GT's kombucha. GT's kombucha in the juice with dirt at the bottom of the bottle aisle. GT's, eat dirt. GT's, chew your juice. Choose. That's kind of stretchy. Choose. Munch on a bottle of juice. GT's kombucha. GT's kombucha. Drink a living organism. GT's kombucha. It's turtle water. They just scoop it out of a turtle tank. Made with fresh turtle waste. Okay, now that's just too gross. I took it too far. Turtle water. That's funny to me. Now I gotta make a GT's kombucha commercial, I think. This episode brought to you by GT's kombucha. The one show you know will never truly be sponsored by GT's kombucha. Ink the Book Show. At the beginning of every show, I'll now have to put, like, Ink the Book Show is not affiliated in any way, shape, or form with GT's kombucha. Thank you. That might be funny to do, like, make fake terrible ads for the things that you get ads for in all the podcasts all the time. Like, what was that mattress thing called where, like, it just folds out of a box and there's a whole mattress in there, and you're like, and this is going to be good for my posture, right? I don't remember. I don't hear that one anymore. I used to hear that one somewhere. Quip, I used to hear a lot. What's that? Oh, BetterHelp is one I hear now. BetterHelp. For people with problems, but don't want to deal with people face to face. No, that's not. For people with anxiety disorders, but can't leave the house to deal with them. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Here we go. Trying to make sense of this hand. I think I just got it. Okay. So this is his thumb. This is his hand. And then this is his finger. Um, that is weird. Yeah, it's gonna have to be tighter. Um, hmm. That looks like it makes more sense to me. Still a little too curly, perhaps. Mhm. GT's kombucha is actually pretty clever because, you drink the whole drink and then you eat all that dirt at the bottom. So then you're parched again and you need to buy another GT's kombucha right away. It's very, very clever. Oh, yeah. Dang it. Always issues, always issues, always issues. Can't just draw. Can't just draw. That's how I wrote this song. I can't just draw. I write a song. Sorry. Here's its sleeves or cuffs or whatever. His jacket wrists. That's what I call them now. Jacket wrists. Here's his jacket armpit. Jacket shoulder. Jacket shoulder strap. Jacket shadow. Jacket collar. More jacket shadow. Here's his jacket. Skull. No. We've escaped the jacket. Hey. I just remembered. I want to clean that up. I also have to draw her little necklace. Then back to this. Oh. T. So let's see, gotta make these eyes somewhat even. I'm seeing a lot of slightly mismatching pupils lately at this portion of the book. think that works. It's gotten quiet. Too quiet. I should say something to break the silence. I think what I'll say is some words. Some words on this stream. Some words about talking. You know, talking isn't always easy to just keep doing. Maybe for some people it is. Sometimes I get in the zone. Auto zone. I get into the zone of drawing some lines. And I don't. My mind just sinks into the drawing. And other times, I've just exhausted all the topics I have to talk about. So, at that point, what do we talk about? Well, we can talk about, well, if you had a show where you could talk about anything to the whole wide world, what would you talk about? Whether or not they choose to listen is another story, but what would you talk about to the world? I don't know. I guess the thing, the message of this channel is to make your dream project happen. So it's like, what do you got to do? Well, first you gotta start. Make a plan. Start with step one. Maybe step one takes you 1,000,000 years to do, but then when you get to the end of it, you can do step two. And just chip away day by day, even if it's only 1/100th of 1% of the thing. That's what I try to do. Get at least 1/100th of a percent of the project done every day. Like I was telling, I've talked about this before, where like sometimes I don't have time to ink a page or I wouldn't have time to pencil a page, but I'd throw down the panels at least on an upcoming page, or which, what percent of the project is that? Sometimes it doesn't even seem like, so there's 230 pages at least in this book. So even inking a page isn't 1% of the project, right? But when you think about it even further, it's like I gotta letter and color this book too eventually. So it's not even like almost 1%. I have to hit this page again like 2 more times. So, and then to like review it page by page, make sure it all hangs together nicely. So, as long as you're getting like any fraction of the project done a day, I always say I'm squeezing this into the margins of my life because I am. I will say you don't realize how much time you have until you start using it. But then after a while, you realize it's not enough time anyway, but it'll get you. If you can start using your time, it's better than not starting to use your time better, I've found. And the thing that got me drawing more, I've always been an art student and an artist of whatever capacity, but I wasn't a very diligent worker or artist. I wasn't very disciplined at all. But it all started with me just trying to make at least 15 minutes a day for my cartooning. And I think it quickly, just trying to do that quickly got me carving out a lot more time than 15 minutes. I think that's a good place to start. Like I say, before long, very quickly, I think you'll see that if you can try and make 15 minutes a day for your stuff, you'll soon realize that you have far more than 15 minutes a day for said stuff. And an odd day will show up where you don't have even 15 minutes to spare. Maybe you're raising kids and have a full-time job. But, some people have it harder than others. That's just the way it is. But I think most people we'll be able to generally find 15 minutes to just chip away at learning a language, or learning to cook, or plant a garden, tend a garden, or I was doing that with the guitar too for a little while. That fell away for me because it was a little less pressing than the art stuff that I was also trying to do, and some other things I try to squeeze into every day. So it was just like too many. It was becoming too many things I was trying to cram into my days. I was just watching YouTube videos, this one guy's YouTube channel on how to learn guitar, and I would just do one lesson a day and practice for 15 minutes. Practice a chord for 15 minutes, or do some, I don't know, some kind of chord practices for 15 minutes. But it's like, ultimately it wasn't as high a priority as my other priorities, so it fell away. But if it's important to you, you should make a little time for it, if possible. Just wake up half an hour earlier. Spend a little time on your thing, your blog, whatever it is. Or, cut out some of your bad habits. I'll bet you have some bad habits that eat up fractions of your day or something. Do you sit around on Twitter all day, or just like watch hours of Netflix at a time, eating junk food? Do you like idly lie in bed? I mean, I still do all these things. I'm always trying to get away from that stuff myself. It's like, there's something like, let me see. There's something Jordan Peterson says, like what would you do that you could do to, I don't know, pursue your happiness or something like that. I forget what he says, but you get the idea. It's like, well, if you're languishing in misery, to some extent. And there's stuff that you shouldn't be spending your time on, and that there's stuff that you should be spending your time on to increase your personal bliss, your personal happiness, your overall happiness. Don't you owe it to yourself to knock off the troublesome thing and pick up the uplifting thing? I just realized I'm on the last panel of the book. No, that's a far cry from the truth. I keep forgetting. I do this so often where I think stuff through right after I make a decision in ink. It's like, look, I'm King Hack over here inking a comic book. And I'm pretty proud of what I'm doing so far. But it's not like I'm not constantly bumbling through it and constantly making mistakes. And I'm constantly curating the project and fixing it up and making it more presentable, and I'm still writing the story, parts of it. It turns out. So, I mean, if I can do this, any dumb, stupid idiot could do it, I imagine. And I'm sure that's true about the guitar, and I'm sure that's true about becoming an all-star quarterback, and I'm sure that's true about, I think, maybe more physical stuff isn't always within everyone's grasp or something, but I do think most people are capable of plenty of things that you might not think of yourself. It's just a matter of discipline and wanting it enough to get good, to put in that time and effort. It's and really think if if you have passion for something, you can find it in you to like trick yourself into working at it. So, I've never been a workaholic in my life, but I'm trying to train myself to be a workaholic when it comes to art. Because allegedly it's important to me. So I should put my money where my mouth is. So like if I had a dream job, it would be doing animation and comic books of stuff that I made up. Like I want to make my own cartoons, I want to make my own comics. I'm going to work on stuff with my own characters. If I had a dream job, that's what I would be doing. Well, your chance is that like no, I don't think many opportunities. I don't think it's too realistic to just say that's what I'm going to do and just expect someone to hand you that. You know what I mean? So you got to put your money where your mouth is. It's like, I want to do this. Well, let's see how much you want to do it. Can you be your own boss and do it? Can you prove you want to do it by doing it? It's like when I was in art school, I did not have that get up and go, but I think if you're an artist, you know, either you're an artist or you're not. So, do you do it every day? Do you can you? I don't know. It's like if this is your dream job, then it shouldn't be a problem to put in. I mean, like if this is your dream job, you're saying you want to do this for 8 hours a day, and yet you have 4 hours of leisure time a day, and you don't put in any time doing it. You know what I mean? So where's that alleged passion that of your dream job is my thinking. So if I have 8 hours of leisure time a day, I should be putting in 8 hours of time into the thing I mean, you know, you also want to like spend time with your friends and stuff. You don't want to that's something that I try to keep in mind too. It's like, you know, I make time for my family. I try to make time for my friends. And I try not to sacrifice time with my loved ones, like my nieces and nephews, my brothers, my sisters, my parents, especially. Or like I've said, when my best friends who all live in other states now, when they come to town, I'll drop everything and I try to drop everything and make time for them. Like when my friend Milo is in from San Francisco, like when she was free to do something, I'm not working on the comic. I'm going to see my friend. A time to draw, a time to be friends, a time to go to church, a time to go to sleep. A time to watch Netflix, but then get back to work. Just these cords dangling from the ceiling. And these light fixtures, I think I want to do what? Ooh, knock my phone over. Take that, you phone. Let's see. Oh. No. Is that working? 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 Is it working? Is it working? I don't know. Right here. Should probably be more over here. It's not parallel to this table. I'll allow it not being parallel to the table. I guess. I mean, whatever. Two birds of a feather. And then this is going to be light. Let there be a light fixture. A time for tables, a time for chairs, a time for blinks, a time for stairs, a time for apples and pears. I don't know. Okay, I'm not a good improviser or a singer. So sue me. But I've got a song in my heart. So you'll just have to deal. Sucker. Here's the rest of the panel. Coming up next on Ink the Book Show is the rest of this drawing. I almost sounded like Zorak. In the early Space Ghost, he talked a little more, like kind of broken up like that. Hey, Space Ghost. Why don't you come over here so I can bite your head off? Nice try, Zorak. Blow his head off. Oh, who's to say? Who's to say? Who's to say what lines should look like? Lines are just a figment of the imagination. It's not worth getting into a tizzy over. I argue that it is because I argue that beauty is objective, not subjective. I think there is method to beauty. I think it is not in the eye of the beholder. That there is a truth value to beauty, whether we calculate it or not, whether we touch on what exactly quantifies beauty or not. I think there is mathematical, let's say, truth. Let's call it mathematical truth to beauty. I think there's something to that idea. Like, I'm not the most consistently good artist in the world. I should just say cartoonist. But it's like, you know when a cartoonist is doing a good cartoonist drawing, right? And you know bad cartoonists when you see them. I see them all the time online, like stuff that pops up on Facebook a lot. You're like, oh, it's kind of funny. Terrible art though. Like, you'd never see them in the New York Times. Well, I think we like to tell ourselves that beauty is subjective, that it's in the eye of the beholder. But I think we feel it in our hearts more than we realize that there is truth value to beauty. Like, we do judge books by their cover throughout our day all the time. Based on our standards of beauty. And I think you'll find that it's consistent. Like we might have different opinions on what's beautiful, but I think you'll find that there is like a pretty general consensus where, like, if you kind of did the math on it or whatever, like, you would kind of like get this picture of where mankind's idea of beauty really lies to some extent. Like, I think we don't know how to quantify it exactly, but I think it's like I think there's mystery to it, perhaps to be uncovered in the fullness of time. That's my thoughts on that. Truth, goodness, and beauty. I will call this page done. So, it's 5 o'clock. Jiminy Christmas. Well, ooh, I just loosened this camera way too much. There we go. I'll never get the hang of stuff. I'm gonna try and do another stream later today. I'm gonna try and at least get another page started. I gotta start making a schedule for the remaining pages of this book and kind of figure out a deadline for the inking and hold myself to it from here on out. But I gotta that's gonna require me to think ahead of time, because I know there's a bunch of days in June where I might have a hard time getting to the drawing table. Yeah, June's rough. There's a ton of stuff going on in June in my family, birthdays and other stuff. So I gotta kind of calculate all that into it. But anyway, this has been Ink the Book Show with me, honk, Ryan O'Connor. Today's page, I'll be back. I'll be back in a couple hours, probably after I eat something or something like that. All right, bye. I like being here.